Howdy there, friends and neighbors. I am Rob Reviews, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Mechagodzilla and Mecha-King Ghidorah Godzilla Doom Island sets from Trendmasters. Yet again, I have to give a very big and loving thank you to Jonathan of Trendmasters Prototype Toys for sending these out to me in such beautiful and pristine packaged conditions. Jonathan sent out the package, I believe, at the end of last week, and just as it was about to get into New Jersey, we got smashed with the snowstorm, and I didn't have anything to make a video on. So I got these after the snowstorm had ended and everything, but I'm excited to start talking about them within this video. I mean, I've been awaiting these things to arrive on my doorstep for over a week, and that has been one hell of a killer week. Let's just get to talking about the figure, shall we? And here's the first set we're going to be talking about today. It comes with Mechagodzilla 2, a Stegosaurus, and a Velociraptor. So at first, let's just talk about the Velociraptor. The Velociraptor with this set is a little bit bigger. His tail isn't all coiled up and his arms look like they could be in a different position from the other one. These were technically made just to have pictures taken of them, so they're pretty much catalog pieces. So if anybody were to find a boxed version of all these, I'm pretty sure they would come with all their gimmicks in hand. But yeah, this Raptor, I'd like to think is a little bit bigger than the other Raptor. He's definitely longer. Same black wash, although we do have a couple of missteps here and there. There's some black right here. Other than that, and these gums, the gums are a little messy, and some of the teeth, like especially over here, are a little messily painted. But you know, again, these never really left the factory. They were used for pictures, so I'm not complaining. I still think they look absolutely beautiful. Now let's take a look at the Stegosaurus, since he's pretty new. Now the Stegosaurus is mostly gray, and he's got this very nice black and kind of purple speckle on him. And that's really, really cool. Like you can even see on the face here, he's got like paint speckle on there, and I think that's really, really cool. But yes, he's mostly gray, and he's got these orange-red spots on him. If we look at one of the spikes over here, it's actually somewhat on a hinge. Like, almost like it's actually spring-loaded. Holy shit. So, maybe, oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Looks like it could have been for the tail. Maybe like he went like this and the tail went back and forth like that. I think this guy looks really cool. I really like that there's paint speckle all over him. I really like the detail, especially on the face. We got some nice wrinkles in there. Nice little beady red eyes. Even the teeth look nice, even with the speckle on there. Personally, yeah, I think the teeth look great. Gray tongue, no paint on the inside. I really like the fact that this has speckle on it. That's really cool. It's very different. Would have loved to have seen more of this. That is our Stegosaurus. And let's talk about the big guy himself, Mechagodzilla. Now, one thing I'd like to point out is that the likeliness of mostly just the head on this figure, if it doesn't look too familiar to anybody, this is more akin to what Mechagodzilla 2 looked like on the poster for Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2. He had the same kind of face, he had a huge jetpack, he had a whole bunch of crap on him. He looked awesome. Clearly, Mechagodzilla 2 didn't have all this going on the tail, and he didn't have these huge, broad shoulders or anything. I love the fact that they went with, like, the poster version of Mechagodzilla 2. Hey, they beat SH Monster Arts to it. Let's take a good old look at the face. The face has some very nice detail, very good shading on the teeth and the grooves of the metallics going on in there. Some nice piercing yellow eyes behind the head towards the dorsal plates. We got more of that black wash, nice shading in there. And then the rest of the dorsal fins, they also have a little bit of speckle on them, which I think is cool. It's got a very nice gunmetal feel to it. And that continues onto the tail, to the tip of the tail. The tail does move about a bit. And then up front, whoa, you can see right through them. Again, I think this was a planned gimmick in there because there's a little hole back here, and that matches right up with here. So I imagine he would have been able to shoot like a plastic beam out of his stomach or something, which is pretty cool. As for articulation, the arms and the legs. Oh, the legs can go all the way around. That's pretty cool. And as well as the head. And there's nothing at the waist, which I wasn't expecting, but I really like how this Mechagodzilla looks. I mean, you know, again, these were just catalog pieces, and the detail alone on this thing is absolutely beautiful. It's fantastic. Like, even over here, like, whatever you would call that part of the joints, and, you know, you got little black wash details in there. Not so much up here, but you know, you got him back here. You got him all along the feet. He's got some nice waffle feet. I mean, even here on the arms, you got some nice black wash on there. Even on the neck over here, we have some really nice black wash. So far, I'm really impressed with this set. I really like the look for Mechagodzilla 2. I really like the Stegosaurus and his color palette that he's got going on. And it's cool to have another Raptor, a bigger Raptor than what we got with the Godzilla one. Real quick, I am going to set up the next set, and we will begin talking about that momentarily. So I'll see you in a second. And here is the Mecha-King Ghidorah Doom Island set. It comes with 2 Raptors, a Pterodactyl, and the tri-headed golden dragon of Doom himself. First, I guess I can state, we get 2 Raptors with this one. Oh, sorry, Pterodactyl dude. I think they're basically the same. Like, hold on, let me put this one down. So, this is the Mecha-King Ghidorah Raptor, and then here's the Godzilla set Raptor. It appears the only difference is pretty much just how the arms are. This one's got more of a lean into it, and this one's more forward. They're both pretty much the same size. I think the only difference here is just the randomness in paint. The Mecha-King Ghidorah one has a lot more black wash on his head and between his fingers and such. They're pretty much the same Raptors. I mean, look at this. Aside from different colors and different arm positions. And then here's the Mecha-King Ghidorah other Raptor, the bigger Raptor. And then here is the Raptor that came with Mechagodzilla 2. Yeah, essentially the same Raptor. But let's get to the one thing that is new in the King Ghidorah set, and that is the Pterodactyl. Now, we're going to start at the wings here. The wings are a nice soft rubber, so you can pose them in any way you want. And these wings have a very light magenta, maybe pinkish speckle all along the wings. I think that's pretty cool. It does continue a little bit onto the body. Then here's the rest of the wings, and there is none on the bottom of the wings. Let's look at the head real quick. Now, the head looks pretty damn awesome. You got a little bit more of that magenta pinkish speckle, especially up here on the crest. We have some on the mouth as well. I really like this guy's paint job because aside from the speckle, he's a dark green with a blackish hue to him. And I think that's really nice. His mouth doesn't really open and close that much. I mean, that's pretty much all you're gonna get. The head does turn. The legs are articulated. I'm not seeing too much going on in that mouth. I like the Pterodactyl. I think he might actually be my favorite dinosaur out of all the dinosaurs in Godzilla Doom Island, because that speckle, it's just such an interesting like color combination. Dark green with a brownish black, and then pink speckle. That's just fantastic. Look at that. Awesome. We got some nice little red eyes in there too. You can see more of the darker hue of it over here. And the teeth are painted pretty nicely. You can see some seams over here, but I'm not complaining. The teeth actually look really good. That's it for the dinosaurs. Let's talk about Mecha-King Ghidorah. Now, as you just saw, the wings do move. They don't really like lock into anything. They're kind of just, they're loose, which is okay. I don't have a problem with that. I'm not going to be playing with this guy. One thing I wanted to focus on here is the sculpting of the heads. The sculpting of the heads are nearly similar to the 40th anniversary pack. Like, they have that same balled up nose up here, but the one thing that I love about this figure, he's got articulated heads, man! A little bit up and down. 360. Same with this one. Oh, wow. They even move at the neck! What the shit? Even I didn't know that. That's cool. Holy crap. And does the center... Oh, wow. Even the center head moves. Look at that. See that, guys? We're discovering together. But the center head has a higher form of articulation in here. Let's get a little close up. So the center head has teal paint for the eyes, with the same kind of gunmetal gray and the black washing that we got with Mechagodzilla. Very nice. And we have the classic gold for the remaining living heads of Mecha-King Ghidorah. And they have a very nice black wash detail to them. King Ghidorah and black wash just go together like so beautifully. Like, look at that. That is great. We have some nice detail in the mouth, some nice painted teeth, nice blood red. There's even some black speckle in there too. Let me see if I can get a good focus in on that. Yeah, there's some nice speckle in there for the tongue. Really cool. Now into the body, we have the black wash on all the grooves and such. I don't know what these holes are for. Again, it could be a long-lost gimmick. Could just be something to take the figure apart with. I am not sure, because I'm pretty sure he wouldn't be shooting beams out sideways. The upper body looks good. The lower body with the legs looks good. We have some nice black washing on shins and ankles over here coming into the toes. Only one of the legs is articulate somewhat. The other leg isn't, so maybe like you'd turn this and something would pop out here. I'm not too sure. The wings look freaking fantastic. Just looking at the little grading over here, you know, it's a very nice brown. And it's got somewhat of like a black, even a black wash on the brown. It looks very nice. And on the silver parts, we have a nice black wash all throughout. If we turn the figure around, there's not too much black wash back here. There's a little bit in between the grooves here and there. I don't know what these are for. I think it might have been for holding missiles or something. It looks like there was even supposed to be like a back part to the figure that would have like an add-on or something. Because, you know, Trendmasters was all about adding on to their figures, and that was really cool. The tail is articulated. It has the gold and black wash there. Not too much black wash on the tip of the tail, but otherwise, looks pretty damn cool. This is actually one of my favorite Mecha-King Ghidorah figures that I own. So I just wanted to do a quick comparison of all the main figures that came with the set side by side. So far, Godzilla is bigger than Mechagodzilla 2, both in height and in tail length. When it comes to Mecha-King Ghidorah, he's obviously longer. Mecha-King Ghidorah has that little bit of height over him, and he's got the wingspan, so he takes up a little bit more room. I think the figures are pretty decently in scale. Clearly, Mecha-King Ghidorah was bigger than Godzilla in the movie that they were both featured in together, but when it comes to, you know, being a kid and wanting to have three of your favorite monsters duke it out, I think it's a pretty fair fight there, although Godzilla's got some muscly ass arms. So just to go over again, this is the Mechagodzilla Doom Island playset. This is the Godzilla Doom Island playset. And this is the Mecha-King Ghidorah Doom Island playset. Yet again, I have to extend a great big hearty thank you to Jonathan of Trendmasters Prototype Toys. Without him, I would not have these three sets of Godzilla Doom Island, and I wouldn't have the 40th Anniversary Repaint Edition set. It is all thanks to him that these videos are even possible, and Jonathan, I couldn't thank you enough, man. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed my coverage on the Godzilla Doom Island sets and line overall. Again, it's a real shame that Trendmasters wasn't able to get these things out, because these figures are fantastic. I love Godzilla, Mechagodzilla, and Mecha-King Ghidorah. I love the dinosaurs. Even though there's a little bit too much Raptors in there, I still like that we got a lot of variety with the monsters in their colors and such. I really enjoy the Doom Island set, and it'd be really cool if I could find myself one of those 10-inch Trendmasters Godzilla figures. They're hard to find. This might be the end for Godzilla Doom Island, but it is not the end for Godzilla overall. Hell, in the month of May, we're getting NECA Shin Gojira. By sometime in April, I should be getting another box from Hobby Link Japan. Next time. And I'm sure more Godzilla reviews will come about as more is released, because I don't think I'm forgetting anything. No, we talked about the NECA Shin Gojira that's coming out in May, the Kamada-kun stuff. Might be getting another Shin Gojira X+. The months will tell. So until then, till the next Godzilla review, until the next thing that I do, I've been Rob, reviews of Crazy Calyx, and it's time to add these guys to the Godzilla room.